And welcome back to Fallout 4, everyone. We just got into the Institute. And we're gonna see what the hell this is all about. I'm sure they figured out that something just zapped right in here. Emergency relay button. Well, let's use it. The access log. Okay. Anywhere I can take all those? Anywhere I can just, you know...
I wondered if you might make it here.
Yep.
You're quite resourceful. I'm known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here.
Well, that's a bad sign.
I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, step into the elevator.
You killed my wife and you stole my son. I don't think there's much to discuss here. Also, what does this button do? Okay, it's offline. Does this open? No. Nothing else? No? Okay. I'm on the elevator. Okay.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us. I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression. Welcome to the Institute.
This place is
This
enormous.
is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival.
Yeah, so is the Enclave.
Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. It has never been easy, and our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. There's too much at stake here to risk it all. As you've seen, things above are unstable. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
So this sounds a lot like what the Brotherhood started out as in Fallout 1. They just gathered technology, researched it, and then helped spread it around the wasteland to help everybody else out. Now what they say sounds fine, but what they're actually doing is kinda not. Like, the means that they're doing it is pretty bad. Not gonna lie. Boop. Yep. Is that him? Applicator? That's a spanner? Weird. That's Sean.
Sean.
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean. Is that really you?
Who are you?
I am a giant, scary man in a metal outfit.
Sean, where is everyone?
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
Sean, are you okay? You're not hurt, are you?
What's going on? Father? Father!
Shh, shh. It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I don't know you. Go away. Father!
That's true, he doesn't know
Father,
you at
help
all.
me. There's someone here.
Oh, I
Help
just
me.
realized he has gray hair because I chose gray hair for my guy. That's silly. Calm down.
Sean, please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me! Father? Father, help me!
Oh, is that me?
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
Oh.
Fascinating, but disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype, you understand. We're only just now beginning to explore the effects of extreme emotional stimuli. Please try and keep an open mind.
Uh-oh.
I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges.
Oh,
Let's
man.
start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Dude, you're lucky I'm not like a Joel type. I would be slamming your head through this glass right now.
Father? That's your name? Your title?
Father is my unofficial title. It's what I've come to mean to the people of the Institute, just as you mean to your son.
He does look a lot like me right now. Where is he?
I'll make this very simple. Where is my son?
He's here, in the Institute. Closer than you think.
Oh God,
But
is
I need
he
you to
Sean?
realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been It's good to finally meet you. After all this time,
Yep.
it's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
What the fuck?
Oh, come on. That's crazy.
I assure you, I am completely sane and entirely honest. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time. You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost.
I kind of called
But
that.
then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed. Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years?
Well,
That is the reality. And
Kellogg.
here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
That doesn't make sense. It wasn't right. You were stolen. Yeah.
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever on. What they wanted was the perfect machine. So they followed the best example thus far. The human being. Walking, talking, fully articulate, capable of anything.
Okay. And they needed specimens.
So the weird science experiments needed specimens. That's why they took you.
In a manner of speaking. Yes. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this...
So they needed
wasteland,
vault dwellers just
radiation
like
affected
the
everyone.
Enclave needed.
Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
Huh.
And you've been down here the whole time?
I have. Yes. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Yeah, Kellogg.
Kellogg. He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
After what I've seen, I pity the
I
man.
kind of do pity him a little bit.
He was as much a victim as anything.
After what he did to you, I'm shocked you would be so generous. But yes, I understand you've experienced things. Perhaps you ended up knowing him better. I, for one, will never truly forgive him. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal...
Okay, that makes more sense.
He never failed the Institute, but his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Your mother. She never got to see you grow up.
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Ooh. Hang on. So I have a better chance.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say?
I tried.
The world is a dangerous place. Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
Need your help. Why you?
But director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously. I've lived my life within these walls. Dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
That's a good question, because my whole purpose, more or less, was to find and get back my son, which I figured, he had at least 10 years I get. That's fine. I was kind of convinced with that, but 60 years later, What matters now is the life I'm making for myself.
Are you following?
Calm down. Which is with the Brotherhood right now. They're advancing. The Minutemen are good. The Raiders keeping them away. The Railroad don't care about. The Railroad's not going to be a thing anymore if the Institute just goes away. So we don't have to worry about them.
This really is a matter.
Good Neighbor, Diamond City. There's a lot of good things out there. With a lot of rough edges.
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
Dismissive.
How can you say that? How can you be so dismissive of all those people? Everything they've done?
Because it is the simple truth. And I believe you know it too. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart. Will you take that chance?
That's what everyone says. That's what the Enclave says. Maybe I should do Are You Sure?
Are you sure you want this?
Yes, I am. It would benefit us both to work together.
Nope. I'm sorry. Not happening.
I'm sorry. I can't do that.
No.
I'm sorry to hear that. I had certainly hoped we could work together. But every man must make his own decisions. If you choose to leave, I cannot force you to stay. Understand, though, that I cannot allow you to remain within the Institute. You may have safe passage back to the relay, where you will be sent back to the surface. But from that point, you must be considered hostile. I am sorry. I must think first of the safety of the Institute. And in the cruel world that has developed, those who are not with us are against. The elevator will return you to the relay.
I'm gonna use the network, yeah. Now where to use that scanner, though, is the question. I mean, Kid. Quick save. I'm gonna just walk right past you, how about that? Here we go. Excuse me, excuse me. What's this here? I mean, why wouldn't I just go in here and just start looting everything I can? Yeah. Excuse me, old Sean. There's a bathroom. Oh, what a cramped looking shower. Ugh. A sleep pod? That's... Come on, guys. Have some comfort. What else do you have hidden in here? Where can I, like, download all your crap? It's more of the question.
Can't pick this.
Okay. So I wouldn't be able to leave any, or I wouldn't be able to just mosey about my business anyway. Okay. That's fine. Okay, I can't use that. Excuse me, old Sean.
No way to pick this. No use.
Local map. Okay. Okay, so I'm gonna have to go up anyway. I'm sorry, man. I don't... I can't accept that. There's so many people that you're disregarding. And if you think that all this technology will help them, then why don't you help them? Let in a few at a time. And then, like, cure them of their radiation sickness. Use genetics. Ugh, this is a corruption of, like, knowledge, I think. I don't trust it. Alright, so we gotta download the tape. Yeah, I figured. Right, we gotta load the holotape. What is it called? Recon log. What is it called? Network scanner? Is that what it is? There we go. Okay. Eject. Very good. Alright. Yeah, it's ridiculous that you guys don't do something more beneficial. Like, you're saying you're in through some breakthroughs. I think that you just want to do artificial people with no radiation in them. Which is more or less the same thing that the Enclave was trying to do. Here we go. What? Oh, right, CIT. Alright. Let's go back to Proctor Ingram. Alright, Miss Ingram.
Yes?
Where are you at? Oh, is she sleeping? What is this? Oh, it's Halloween. What, Preston? What? Why would I do that? Why was that next? Okay. Alright, well, you know what? Quick save. Actually, let's just save it regularly. Hey, Preston.
I've made my choice. The Institute is now our enemy.
You hear that, Preston?
I always knew that day was coming. The question now is, what are we gonna do about it?
We have to gain strength. Yeah.
What do you think we should do?
We'll have to hope there's something in that data you swiped that we can use to get at it. Make sure to give it to Sturgis so he can get started.
What? No.
In the meantime, we can focus on building up our strength while Sturgis is working his end.
I'm not doing
No
that.
half measures. This time, when we attack, we finish the job once and for all. I've got something for you to do right now, actually. Maybe you can find out where those bastards are coming from and put a stop to it.
No.
Hi.
Is there something you need?
No. Sorry. This must be the Minuteman route. Do not want that. We're not giving the holotape to Sturgis. You guys are nice and everything, but I'm going full Brotherhood here. Okay, Ingram.
Don't let those scientists talk you into doing something stupid. The Institute is a fool's errand.
Alright. There you go.
Here's your holotape, Proctor. Hope the data on that thing was worth it.
Thanks. You know, it's good to see you're still in one piece. I wasn't sure what the interceptor would do to you.
I wasn't worried. After all, I built the device myself.
I have confidence in everything I build, too. but that's because I'll only deal with technology that I understand.
Is that because
Speaking
Dance is
of
right behind me?
technology I don't understand. I'll get this holotape to
Oh,
Proctor
jeez.
Quinlan. I'm dying
There
to
she
find
is.
out what's on it.
Reveal a weakness?
Hopefully,
Oh, yeah.
reveal a weakness in their defenses.
That would be the best case scenario. Before we jump to conclusions, let's see what Quinlan's scribes can get off of it. I'm sure the Institute has all of their data heavily encrypted, so it's gonna take some time to crack. After that, we'll have to see what we've got. There's no telling what we might have grabbed off their mainframe. In the meantime, your mission to recruit Dr. Lee still needs to be completed. I believe Elder Maxon gave you all of the details? Good luck, Knight.
Yeah, but Dr. Lee was nowhere to be found, and I wasn't just gonna tell them yes. Okay. Elder Maxon, here I come. Elder Maxon. Got something to report. Very important.
Lancer Captain Kells has informed me that the Institute's on high alert, and you're to blame.
What?
Explain yourself, Knight.
Excuse me? Well, yeah, I had to get out of there.
I didn't realize it would make you so angry.
Didn't realize.
What?
What do we do now?
We pick up the pieces, and we move on, soldier. Fortunately, this incident doesn't change our current strategy.
Yeah, how?
We have a contingency plan that's already being put into effect. It should ensure completion of our special project.
Okay.
Now, on to other matters. Thanks to the success of your reconnaissance efforts, it's time to advance our operations to the next phase. I want you to report to Proctor Ingram at the airport. She has a special project that requires your immediate attention. And Knight, don't disappoint me again. Dismissed.
I did what I was supposed to. They asked me to join, and I said no. So I stand by my decision. That was a little silly to yell at me for that. Is it because I didn't get Dr. Lee? Is that why?
Getting shot. Never turn your back on a gunner.
Whatever. Don't need to do that. I could just jump down. Huh. Where's that Dr. Lee at? Or whatever her name is. Ingram. There she is. Well, Maxon's pissed at me for some reason.
So, I bet you're eager to get your hands dirty on our new project. How much has Maxon told you?
Literally nothing.
Why all the secrecy?
We're pouring every resource we have into this thing. We can't risk tipping off the Institute. For now, the fewer people that know about it, the better. Come on, it's this way. Unless you're blind as a bat, I'm sure you've noticed that we've been building a gantry on the tarmac.
I haven't been looking.
For something that'll tip the balance when we go toe-to-toe with the Institute. Now, the Pridwin might be a big beast, but she's not built for fighting. That's where our new project comes in.
Is it gonna be another giant robot?
This storage bay full of parts is what's left of
Liberty Prime, that's what it was.
Brotherhood used it in the Capital Wasteland as a weapon against the Enclave. It's the most advanced robot the Brotherhood has ever had at its disposal. Unfortunately, Liberty Prime was destroyed in the line of duty. I've spent the better part of
I don't
the
remember
last
that.
few years piecing him back together. And if you think that was easy, try rebuilding a Protectron while you're blindfolded.
Okay.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram. Do you remember that holotape of Institute data I gave you? I really need it back.
No, I don't.
I'd appreciate knowing why you want me to hand over highly sensitive data first.
Maybe Minutemen? Quick save.
I'd like to share the holotape with the Minutemen. I think they need it as badly as we do.
I'm not sure why you trust them with it, but it's up to you. After all, you're the one who got it in the first place.
Well, at least
Here's
I
the
got it.
original. Already made myself a copy.
Alright, cool. Wait, what did that say? Insert net. Insert network scanner holotape into institutional. Oh, I get it. This is just saying. Okay. We don't need to do the insert. We already did the insert part. That's kind of like a screw up that the game is doing. I don't want to recruit more settlements for the Minutemen. Not right now, at least.
Excuse me, Proctor Ingram.
In order to get Liberty Prime fully operational, we're going to need your help.
Of course you will.
No problem. I'm sure this only looks worse than it actually is.
I wish I had your confidence, because this is not going to be easy. Now, the good news is that we've got most of Prime's parts fully assembled.
God, this is such a bad camera angle.
Ugh. A few rivets and some spot welding to get them working again. The first problem is his CPU. It's fragile, and every time we try to feed power to it, it blows itself out.
Okay.
There's got to be a way to solve that.
I do all the maintenance on the Pridwin, so you'd think it'd be a snap. As much as I hate to admit it, Prime's power systems are out of my league. What we need is a robotics expert, and there's someone in Diamond City that fits the bill. Her name's Professor Skara. Locals say she's a wizard when it comes to fixing robots. Why don't you head over there and see if you can talk her into helping us?
Okay.
Oh, and take this with you. Once she sees one of those cerebro fusion adapters, I'm pretty sure she'll have a tough time saying no. In the meantime, I'll prep Prime's CPU and we'll see if we can't get the big guy moving.
Okay. Is that what, so that's what Dr. Lee was supposed to be for. That's okay. I don't want anything to do with the Institute. That's why I just chill out and we're fine. I guess I could do both? Maybe? I guess I could. I don't want to screw up what I already have, so let's go to Diamond City. Let's just focus on this. We can always give that holotape to Sturgis later. That's okay. Okay. Come on, Paladin.
We need to get out of this radiation now.
We're fine. She in there? How do I get up there?
Sell everything to everyone except sins. No sins allowed here.
Maybe go around.
We got small arms, long arms, ammunition. Swanner, who needs a swanner?
Here we go. Huh? Excuse me. Science Center. Science Center. Where's she at? There she is.
Down, but I'm afraid I'm not in the mood to teach biology lessons today.
You got a Vault-Tec lab coat too.
Actually, I'm looking for Professor Skara.
You are? That's strange, so am I. Her normal field expeditions never last more than a few days, but it's been over a week now. I'm afraid something terrible has happened to her.
That doesn't bode well. She could be in trouble.
I'll find
Don't
her.
worry, I'll find her.
Oh, that would be wonderful. The last place Professor Skara said she was going is the General Atomics Galleria. I'll mark it on your mapping device. There. Look.
Oh wait, was that what I was just talking about?
Home.
Is this game like listening to me talk and then just that's so weird. Galleria. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah, it's right next to the. That's right. I still need. I don't know if I have it. Cause where's the General Atomics place?
General Atomics Galleria
Yep.
remains closed
So let's save this.
by order of the director.
Hi.
The director has sanctioned the use of lethal force against looters.
General Atomics is certainly pleased with themselves for designing Mr. Handy.
Welcome to the General Atomics Galleria. You must be our new supervisor.
You got it.
Yes. That's right.
Splendid. Well, let me be the first to welcome you to your new. Once you had a chance to get settled in, you should report.
What was that?
His office is located in the statue in the center of the plaza. The Galleria is currently closed to the public, but staff and employees are permitted on the grounds, of course. If you have any questions, I'd be happy to assist you.
Are you close?
Why is the Galleria closed?
I'm sorry, but due to pending litigation, I am unable to comment. Please direct your inquiries to the General Atomics Legal Affairs Division.
Okay.
What is this place?
The General Atomics Galleria is the shopping center of tomorrow today. Our wide array of stores are staffed entirely by the General Atomics line of robots, showcasing the reliability and versatility of a robotic workforce. Come in and experience the General Atomics difference.
Who's the director?
General Atomics' patented Director Management System, DMS, is responsible for coordinating the actions of the robots here at the Galleria. The Director allows the Galleria to operate autonomously, without the need for human intervention.
That's all.
Very
Okay.
well. Enjoy your visit.
Paladin, Jesus.
General Atomics.
I guess I'll take it. Bean? Oh, that's upsetting. I like that name. Do they all have names?
Any deviation from standard
I guess
operating
not.
procedures must be authorized by the director.
Alright, well, time to go upstairs. Sorry, Paladin, just chill.
All right, maggot. Step forward. Slowly.
Hang on. What's this? Oh.
Hold it right there.
Okay.
I've been monitoring your approach. Impressive. Very impressive. For a low-life criminal.
No way I'm cracking this.
Crack.
I'm not a criminal.
Then what are you? Vandal? Mercenary? Communist? Wait. The grand reopening? Are you Grand Reopening Supervisor 18 Alpha? You're late.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Manual authorization of the grand reopening requires authentication, so I'm going to need to see your ID. Sir.
Manual activation, maybe?
Wait, manual activation? Is there any other kind?
Irrelevant. Now awaiting manual activation. Please present your employee ID.
Hang on. I mean, I don't think he's gonna care about my fancy outfit, but it might work.
Here.
Scanning.
Hey!
Error in scanning subroutine. Identity accepted on a provisional basis. Accessing protocols. All units, stand by for the grand reopening. Processing firmware updates. Done.
Nice.
Reinstating combat inhibitors. Done. Designating new facility supervisor. Done. The General Atomics Galleria is now open for business.
Alright, sweet.
As the grand reopening supervisor, you will be conducting tonight's customer appreciation raffle. Here is the grand prize. That'll be all, soldier.
$15? Okay. Let's go. Hey, Paladin Dance, I lied my way through. Well, that sure was exciting. All right. Well, you know what? That'll... Love that, Mr. Gutsy. All right, that'll do it for now. We'll continue this and continue being a very good, loyal Brotherhood member next time. So until then, everybody be safe out there.